line coming. When I'm in here by myself, I don't have that. So yes, I might say something. I might say the wrong words, but I apologize. Just let me know, and I'll make a correction next time. Can you not play my music that costs money? Okay, which ones cost money? I don't know the ones that cost money. Cost money. I'm sorry if I'm playing ones that cost money. Let me know. Yeah, let me know which ones are not. So I'm sorry to be having difficulties with the feed. Oh, so Tully just DM'd me. He's trying to join us, but he's having difficulty with his feed. So let me tell him that it's okay. And I'm going to tell him I'm on right now, so you can join us if he wants. Or if he can, actually. So what was that guy talking about that I was wrong about? What? The ones that have the $5 title. Okay, copy that. Okay, got it. Well, I'm going to have to look later on because I can't see to where you can. Usually somewhere on Instagram you can go and it has a list of all the people that have been blocked. So, if he disagrees with me, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. It's quite all right. I don't have any problems when people say, I usually agree with you on a lot of things you talk about, but I don't disagree with you when you mention this, and that's quite all right. That's no problem. I have no problem with that. So hopefully he'll reach out to me and he'll tell me what I was wrong about, and he'll be civilized about it. And as long as he's civilized about it and he's not cursing and trying to be a bully, then there's no problem. I have no problem with people. I mean, that's what makes the world interesting, right? When we have different points of view, and so that's quite all right. Let me see. What's this song? This song's all right. Broken Inside is cool to play. Young or Blue, I'm sorry. I don't see anything near it. Anything with a $sign near it. So yeah, it really ticks me off how I'm usually really good about being on a computer, but every time I need something and I have to find computer stop. Yeah, every time I'm trying to find something, it's always hard to find. So let's see. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do that when I'm off the air. So whatever you guys want to talk about. How are you doing, Maddie? How are things going? What time is it in England, Maddie? This one, let me make sure this one's okay. Milky Way, I believe is a cool one. Got no. I'm gonna skip down to Castle Bravo. But what's going on with you, Maddie? How you doing? I don't know if Maddie can hear us. But yeah, I'm glad my wife joined me, even though she was kind of upset with me. Not upset with me, but I really begged and asked her to be on with me. 9:39 a.m. Awesome. So Maddie is the first one to start the Q&A on this. Do you think people should get revenge on a bully? No. I think getting revenge will really kind of hurt the person. And to be honest about when it comes to revenge on bullies, bullies are always gonna bully you, you know. So if you've kind of let a bully go on certain things, then the best thing you should do is just wait. The bully's gonna come around, and when he comes around, then it's not taking revenge, but then you can react on it when he tries to bully you again. Then you can react and you can do something about it. Then, hey, I was finally found where my where the list is of people that are blocked, and he is not on there, so that's good. We must have just got disconnected. So let's see. Okay. Oh, this is very interesting. So I'm learning some stuff to do here. So I'll teach you guys what I'm learning. I'm learning that you could allow comments from anyone, or you can allow comments people you follow and who follow you, or allow comments from just people you follow, or allow comments from just followers. That's very interesting. Maddie, oh my God. We had a long conversation about karma the other day. Yes, we did on the show, right? Because, yeah, I remember that. No, because there's karma to take care of that. Yeah, karma does. Oh, you can also block people from karma. Very interesting. Anyone but them. Oh, that's very interesting. You can block comments so that when people make comments, the comments are only visible to them and you, no one else. So that's very interesting. That's very good. Let me tell you why that's good, guys. Because if you have a person bullying you, if you block them just from the comments and you put their names in here and you block them just for the comments, then they won't come and bother you when they realize that their comments are not being seen. For instance, we had someone the other day get upset with us because Mahoney, thank you for joining the show, because we blocked them from making comments because they made a comment about China virus. So we blocked them, and when they found out we blocked them, they were upset. But it's because they couldn't see their comment. So this way, they think people can see their comments, and they don't know you blocked them, and it keeps them from bullying you because you blocked them. So that's real good. All right. So Young Blue wants us to play Apollo 13. Hold on here. All right, give me a second here. Looking for that Apollo 13. Do I search for? Is it an album? The album? Yeah, it's an album. Okay, so refresh my memory because I'm old. How do I find your list of albums? Albums. Here we go. Nope, that's my albums. Oh, here we go. This is the intro. Is this the one you're talking about? Look at me. I'm DJ, cameraman, host. I do it all, y'all. I do it all. So let's see here. Now I got that guy. Well, it's a shame that guy didn't stay on because I would have liked to know what he was what he was talking about when it comes to what I was wrong about. And like I said, I might have not been wrong, but I might have made a statement of the wrong thing. You know, I might have said, wash your hands for 30 minutes when I meant wash your hands for 30 seconds. That's not, you know, some people think that's, oh, you were wrong. That's not wrong. I just misspoke. And because, you know, as we grow and we get a crew of people and we get better cameras to film this show, we're going to have a person that sits there and says, you said 30 seconds. I mean, you said 30 minutes when you meant 30 seconds. And then I can instantly, because they'll put a thing in my ear and they'll tell me, and then I can instantly say, oh, I just found out that I made a mistake. I'm sorry. This is what I meant to say. What should you do in the situation when a bully says, if you tell anyone, then you'll regret it? Ooh. Very good question, Maddie. Very, 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 very good question. This is one we really need to learn how to defend ourselves, guys, at this point. Because you can't stay silent. You guys know that. This is a very good question, Maddie. Thank you so much. This is important. We cannot stay silent, right? We know that. This is something I've been preaching to you guys forever. And everyone, please smash that heart one time for this good question Maddie asked. Okay, so you know that we can never, ever stay silent. And when a bully tells you, if you tell anyone, you'll regret it. When they tell you that, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to silence you. There's many ways to silence a person who's being bullied. One way is this way, you know, and we can't stay silent. So what do you do or what do you say? Maybe not say anything, but you definitely don't want to stay silent. You definitely don't want to listen to them and remain silent. So you tell someone, you know, and then when you tell someone, you're going to put them in a situation where they said to you, if you say anything, you're going to regret it. So now they have to live up to that, and you leave that to them. And that's why I say you shouldn't say anything. Someone says to you, if you tell anyone you'll regret it, don't say anything. Don't say, oh yeah, what are you going to do? Don't say any of that. What you do is you go and you tell someone. And then when they find out, it's up to them to live up to what they said. And I repeated that twice. Yes, I'm aware of that because I want you guys to make sure that you understand it. And then, because most of the time, bullies don't live up to their threats. They don't, most of the time. But for that percentage of time that the bully does live up to his threats, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. So we have to learn to defend ourselves. Okay, take karate classes, take boxing classes, take whatever you need to take. You know, I told you guys jokingly, I saw a show the other day where a kid was being bullied, and he went and there was a kid who was failing in school, and he was the biggest kid in the class, and he was failing in school, and he told him, I would tutor you, and I would teach you everything you need to know so you can pass the class, and I want you to do something for me. And that was protect them from the bully, and they got along, and they helped each other out. He helped them pass school. He helped them not get bullied in school anymore. So, but in what I've noticed when I was a kid and I went to school is I noticed that a lot of the bullies would say things and really not back it up. So again, and this is the third time I understand that I'm answering this because I want you guys to understand. So when a person tells you, say anything and I'll beat you up, or say anything and you'll regret it, don't say a word, stay silent. Tell your teacher, tell your mom, tell your parents. When they find out that you went and told, it's up to them. Now you're putting everything on them. And a lawyer once told me that when you're doing law, the best thing to do is to put everything on your opponent. You know, and this is definitely an example of you putting everything on them. Now it's their time to react. You know, but definitely one of the things that you have to do is you have to learn to defend yourself. Because if you do get that percentage of that kid that is going to react with physical violence after you tell, you got to be ready to defend yourself, even if it means running. Don't be, a lot of people say, he's scared, he ran. There's nothing wrong with running and fighting another day, or just running. There's nothing wrong with that. Rose, thank you for joining the show. Nothing wrong with that. So, very good question, Maddie. I wish that there was a way I can give this question a star or give this question a thumbs up or something, because it's a very, very, very good question. And it's a question that I'm sure a lot of kids have think about a lot. So good job. Good job. So keep those good questions coming. So again, as you guys know, Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com and brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. And we're listening to the great sounds of Young Blue. And we're having good conversation, deep conversation about bullying. So until you guys ask your next question, I'm gonna stick to this question that Maddie asked. So, the number one thing is never to stay silent. No matter what happens to you, you have nothing to be ashamed of if you're the one being bullied. And that's one thing that kids who are being bullied need to understand, and to come to grips with, that you are not, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Like the other day, someone came up to us, and please go check out this video in our IGTV channel if you didn't see it. Someone came up to us and said, shame on you guys for blocking our comments. This person, as I said earlier in the show, this person writes a lot of comments about the China virus being the coronavirus, so we didn't want him posting any comments anymore. So he got upset, and he was like, "Why did you block me from making comments?" And he tried to make us feel like we should be ashamed of ourselves. No, this is our account. Anyone that doesn't, just because we are advocates of bullying doesn't mean that we allow anybody to just comment free and willing. Whether you're a bully or whether you're a victim of bullying doesn't mean you get to freely chat on our feed as much as you want. That's not how it works. I'm sorry, So, and this person didn't understand that, and he tried to shame us. In my opinion, he tried to shame us. And it's like, you're not shaming me. I don't feel ashamed because I blocked your comment. So that's the one thing that we have to learn. So let's see. We got something from Rosa, who had some good questions yesterday. Someone is putting my edits on their account without any credits. They put the same post same post like I do. Then they actually put the same name on their account, and the accounts look the same as mine. Huh. What's the, send me the name of that account. Oh, okay. So is it Rosa dot supporter 123? Well, you should feel happy that someone is feels so good that they're putting, that they made an account with your name. Believe me, my friend Jason created this account. Stop the bullying _together, and there's so many people after that have created accounts with either the word together in it, or some form in some way that you can know that they chose that name basically because of our name, which is cool. And I find nothing wrong with that. The fact that they're posting the same thing that you're posting, you know. Now I have to ask you a question: are you creating art? Are you creating art on there? Like, for instance, let me show you what I mean. Let's see. This right here is an advertisement we made for the bullyexposed.com, right? And so we created it. Now, this I created, and it's copyright. So if someone puts this on their account, then this is a piece of art created by us. We can say something. This is copyright material, and we can say something. Are you creating your own stuff? Because if you're creating your own stuff, then I would let them know and let Instagram know that these are your art pieces, these are your works of art, and they're putting them on your account without any permission. That's what I would do. Going on to Maddie's next question: do you think you should confront your bully? It's something I just learned. You can zoom in and out. I never knew you can do that. Ooh, okay, sorry guys. So let's see. Do you think you should confront your bully? I'm going to take that and answer it the same way I answered your other question about the karma. I forgot what it was, where we were all saying, yeah, karma will bite you back. Yeah, I don't think you should confront your bully. I mean, in the sense of okay, today I'm not going to wait for him to take my lunch money, so to speak. I'm just going to go up to him and I'm just going to confront him and tell him, you can't take my lunch money anymore. I don't think anyone should ever do that. But like I said in the other answer, if a person is currently bullying you, they're going to come bully you again. It may be 2 or 3 days later, but they're going to do it again. And when they do it, that's when you can say, okay, now I'm going to confront them. Now I'm going to stand up to myself. And now I'm going to do what I can to make this end. That's how I would handle that. So to answer your question, it depends what you mean by confronting. If you mean confronting by, okay, you're in the process, he's in the process of trying to take your lunch money, or he's in the process of bullying you, and you've had enough and you're going to stand up to him, yes, you should confront him. But confront in the sense of walking into the school, looking for your bully, grabbing him by the shoulder, twisting him around and saying, listen, dude, you are not going to, no, I don't think you should ever do that, because you're going to be the one to get in a lot of trouble. And I don't mean you exactly, Maddie. I mean the person who's doing that. So I don't think you should ever do that, because then you're going to have witnesses. I mean, this is not the only reason, but from a legal point of view, you're going to have people that said he walked to the school, he made a beeline for his bully, he searched out for him, he looked out for him. You're going to have all these witnesses that say that. Whereas if you did it the other way, you'll have witnesses saying he was just sitting there minding his own business, doing his work, and the bully came up, tried to take his lunch money, and he confronted him about it, and he did what he was supposed to do. So that's the way you want people to always tell your story. That's for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Should you show your bully emotions? Hold on, I got something in my eye. Give me a second. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Let's see here. So, should you show your bully emotions? I don't think, this is my opinion growing up in New York, that a male or female, doesn't matter what you are, a male, female, boy, girl, man, woman, should ever show their emotions when they're in a situation like that. You shouldn't show anger when you're in a situation like that. You shouldn't cry. Okay, I don't mean just boys shouldn't cry. I know I'm going to get DMs that say, did you just say boys shouldn't cry? No, that's not what I said. In a situation like this, you should not cry. You should not show emotion. You should not be too happy. You should not be too mad. You should not be too angry. You should not be too sad. You should be nothing. You should be like I am right now and explain to the person, you're bullying me. Please stop bullying me. You know, I don't like it. Please stop. That's the way you should always be. You should never show emotions because let's just be honest. I'm just keeping it real. If you cry, then they're always going to make fun of you and laugh at you because you cried. If you get angry, again, witnesses are going to say he got extremely angry and he got extremely emotional. Whereas if you just remain calm, they'll say he remained calm at all times. Now, if you want to go into the bathroom and cry after you've just been bullied, by all means, let out your emotions. If you want to go into the bathroom and kick the wall, kick the wall. Don't break your foot, because I've heard situations like that. You know, or punch the wall. Don't break your hand. Do it. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But to show emotion at the time that it's happening, I don't think so. I don't think you should ever do that. Once a psychiatrist once told me that I've interviewed that he calls it the flat line. So I'll tell you, flat line. So if you're emotional, you know the line goes up, right? If you're too emotional, the line goes up. Depending on how angry you are, the line will go up. That's a way to look at it. It's a line. That line should stay even through the whole conversation. It shouldn't go up. It shouldn't go down. It should stay even to the whole conversation when you're dealing with your bully. That's what a psychiatrist that I interviewed told me, and it's advice that stuck with me for a long time. So let's see what we got here. We got another one. Do you think you are more likely to be bullied if you're part of the LGBTQ community or another race? Oh, hell yeah. I'm sorry, I should have not said that. I apologize for my profanity. Yes. I think that bullying is the new way of racism and sexism and every other ism that there is. I think that racist people have learned that, you know what? I can't bully someone because they are black. I can't bully someone because they like the same sex. I can't bully someone because of their religion. Because if I yell out the N word or the M word or the F word or any of those words, the N word, I think I said N word, sorry. If I yell out any of those things, people are going to look at me like I'm a bad person. So what I have to do is I have to just pretend that I don't like them because of them. I don't like this person. It doesn't matter that they're black or white. That doesn't matter to me, people say. Racist people say, I just don't like him. But the truth is, and sometimes it comes out, they don't like the person because they're black or because they're a female or whatever. And I'll tell you something right now. When I was a kid, this is one thing I'm going to say and mention. When I was a kid, people would say, racist people would say, oh, I have friends from the opposite race. You know, a racist person would always say that. Oh, I have, like, the famous thing was, oh, I have black friends. You know, when someone says, oh, you're not allowing me to go into the store or shop here because I'm black, they'll say, oh, I have black friends. I have black friends. You know, and I think that was the way to justify yourself if you were racist. And I think now the racist person has known that they can't say that anymore. I have black friends, because they know people have picked up on that is a way of racist people saying that, you know, I'm cool when they're really not. So nowadays what people say is, I have black people in my family. And just because you have black people in your family, just because your sister or someone in your family or your cousin married a person outside your race, doesn't mean you like that race. So if you're ignorant enough to use that, so to me, if I'm, kind of guessing, I wonder if this person is not allowing me to do this or is trying to bully me because of the color of my skin. If they say I have black people in my family, or I'm Puerto Rican, so I have Puerto Ricans in my family, or I have people from Europe in my family, whatever it is that they're saying, boom, they're racist, period. And that's my opinion. I mean, there are exceptions to the rule on that, of course. I'm not saying it's a lock in for sure thing, but it definitely is something kind of weird to me that a person would say that. And I often wonder what would be the next thing that these racist people will graduate to saying, you know. But good question. You got some good questions today, Maddie. Good job. Do you think family members can bully, and why they would? Yes, I think a family member can bully you. Um, the thing is, I don't call it bullying. I call it abuse, and because that's what bullying really is. But for me, and this is just me, and some people have addressed to me that they think that I'm wrong about this, and that's fine. We could have differences. To me, when it's a family member that's bullying you, it's not bullying, it's abuse. So if I'll hear certain kids saying, my parents are bullying me. It's your parents don't bully you. Your parents abuse you if that's what they're doing. But that's just me, Then, but and why would they? I don't know. Maybe they're jealous of something that you have. You know, I could remember this right now. This actually happened to me when I was 15 years old. I got my ears pierced. My mother allowed me to get my ears pierced, and I remember the first family function that I wore my earring to, and I had a cousin that kept calling me the F word. If you're in the gay community, you know what the F word is. If you don't, just look it up. I'm not going to use the word on the show. And if you follow my show, you know why. Because I think there's just certain words that when they're said, they cause harm to people. And I don't like to use the words unless I'm in the right setting. I'll use the word in the right setting to make a point. But I don't like to use it on the internet because it's never the right setting on the internet. Face to face, to me, is the only time to use it because then you can't be taken out of context. That's one. But anyway, he kept using the F word to me because I had the ear pierced. Now guys have two ears pierced. But back then, because I'm old and you know that, Maddie, uh, back then when the guy got an ear pierced, a lot of people didn't understand it, so they thought it was a gay thing. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay, okay? But he kept calling me the F word. So I later learned that. And then later on, when he was older, I think he was 25, this cousin, he ended up getting his ears pierced. And it was like, wait a minute, you called me the F word when we were kids all the time for the ear thing. And I think that to kind of get deep here, we're going to get deep. So be ready, guys. Put your deep cap on because we're going to get deep. I think he wanted a ear piercing, and and his parents didn't allow him to do it. You know, yes, it does, Maddie. Thank you for being creative and saying that. Yes. So to get back to our deep conversation here, so I think he wanted an ear piercing, and his parents would never allow him to do it, never. So when he saw me with it, he thought it was so cool, and rather than come up to me and say, "Dude, I think that's so cool. Your parents allow you to get your ears pierced," because I was bothering my mom for a long time to get the ears piercing. She was like, "Nope, nope, 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 nope." Uh, but rather than come up to me, and this is what we need. Let this be a lesson, guys. When we see somebody, something that somebody has that we want, that we know we can never get, we should say, that's nice. That's great. I think that's great that you got that. You know, I had a friend one time who bought a very expensive car, and another friend of mine wanted that same exact car, but didn't have the money. She had the money for other expensive cars, but she didn't have the money for that car because that car was extremely expensive. And she used to always tell me and other friends of how ugly that car is, that she bought that car and it's so ugly. But we all know that before our friend bought that car, she was always bragging about having that car. So it's a shame that we do that we use that mechanism of oh, you got that. And rather than me being happy for you, I'm jealous. So my jealousy is going to show by turning to you and saying that car is ugly and telling other people how ugly that car is. And that was sort of the same lines there. My cousin wanted it. I believe I've never talked to my cousin about it. We did kind of for briefly, but he wanted that ear piercing. His parents wouldn't let him get it. So rather than coming up to me and saying, "Hey, great job," and I know I'm repeating myself because some of you need to hear things twice. So always remember that. I repeat stuff on the show because I don't know when you're coming on the show, when you're listening, and the fact that some people need to hear it twice. So that's what he did. And again, I'm going to say we need to learn that, for instance, if Maddie gets something, I love cameras. You guys know that I'm a filmmaker. I love cameras. I want to get, I think it's a 360. I think it's a C360, a Canon 360, I think is a camera I want to get. If Maddie gets it tomorrow, I'm not going to say, oh, Maddie, that's a shitty camera. Oh, excuse my mouth again. Sorry, guys. That's an ugly camera. You should have never bought it. No, I'm going to say, awesome. I want one. I want to get one. And that's the way we should always be. Do you think jealousy is a bad emotion? No. I'm going to say no because in the aspect of, so let's go with the camera thing. So you bought the new Canon camera that I want to get, right? I'm jealous. I tell you, hey, great job. I'm, you know, awesome that you got that camera. But I'm still jealous. So it's not a bad emotion until I turn to you and say, that's a stupid camera. That's a dumb camera, Maddie. Why'd you buy that piece of junk? That's when it becomes bad. I think we should take that. What I would do is take that emotion, work hard, that emotion of being jealous, work hard, work hard, work hard, and get it myself. That's what I would do. And in fact, I'm going to say it. I've been in that situation. The camera that I currently have now that I use for most of my filming, it was a camera that a friend of mine got. He showed me it. He told me about it. I don't remember feeling the emotion of jealousy, but I was like, wow. I guess envious maybe. I was like, wow, that's a great camera. I love it. You know, thank you for showing me that. And then a couple of months later, I got it. And we did work together on some of my films, me and my friend, and we both had the same camera. So it's really good because when you're shooting with different cameras, sometimes color doesn't come out the same and stuff like that. But we knew that the color was going to be the same and everything was going to be the same because we set the cameras exactly the same. So we know both cameras are going to be the same. So no, I'm going to say no emotion is bad. When you use it for bad, that's when it becomes bad. Just like anything else. Just like a gun, right? I can buy a gun. Is a gun bad just because I bought a gun? No. If I go rob a liquor store, if I go rob a bank, that's when the gun becomes bad. That's the way I think, and I think emotions are the same way. We can feel jealous. There's nothing wrong with that. Use that jealousy to catapult you to the next level and to buy the camera you want to buy, or buy even a better camera than the one the guy got. So And so to answer your question, no. Depends how you use it. Good questions. Love your questions. Love them. It's a shame though, because I'm only allowed to put up. Instagram has to change this. I'm only allowed to put up 15-minute videos. So videos like this that are long like this, I only put up 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes of it. This one is going to be so good. I'm going to put this on YouTube, and I'm going to put it on Vimeo.com, who supports us. So you guys, please check out Vimeo.com because they support us. There are sponsors that I never say that often because they only gave us a one-time donation. But let me give a props to Vimeo.com. Check them out. They really, I think it's a good resource if you like to make videos. So I'll probably put this one. So if you're seeing this right now on YouTube, if you're seeing it right now on Vimeo, please smash that heart or give it a thumbs up and subscribe or follow us, depending on what platform you're on. But very good questions today, Maddie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it right here with all these good questions, and I'm going to sign off for today. I want to remind you that Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago, is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And by Traveling Tech Teacher. For your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. And also brought to you by Stick It Printing. If you live in Australia, they're giving free shipping when you buy their new Buzz Off Bully t-shirt, which helps schools in Australia deal with bullying. So please, if you live in Australia, check them out. And also brought to you by Vimeo.com. Check them out. And thank you again, Vimeo, for your donation. We really do appreciate it very much. So remember, even though I'm not wearing my crown, say with me, Maddie, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another, guys, and have a great day. Thank you for all your great questions, Maddie.